Campaigning is underway in Britain for next month's parliamentary elections. For some background on what's going on, here's Simon Bates with this week's London Calling.
Here in Britain, our politicians are choosing their sides, lining up for an epic battle. It's positively medieval. No more Mr. Nice Guy. The gloves are on and the armour is ready. But first, a good many candidates have already withdrawn from the race and others have been booted out. Tom Watson, the deputy boss of the opposition Labour Party, resigned as soon as the election was called. I'm sure it wasn't aimed at embarrassing his leader, Jeremy Corbyn, who's had to deal with a big problem of anti-Semitism within his ranks. Fairly typical would be the Labour candidate who stepped down after being accused of calling a Jewish councillor Shylock. He said he didn't know that Shylock was a Jewish character, which, if true, doesn't say a lot for the British education system. We've not seen much better from Boris Johnson's Conservative Party. Until last week, Alan Cairns was Secretary of State for Wales, until it became clear that he knew one of his aides had sabotaged a rape trial. He resigned from his post, but strangely, he's been allowed to contest the election. Meantime, this Conservative candidate was forced to stand down after some unpleasant comments about rape. Across the political divide, there is passionately held support for our state-funded health system and great debates about global warming and knife crime. But honestly, in this election, these are sideshows. The parties are fighting our biggest battle since the war. Do we leave or do we stay in the European Union? It's the second battle of Brexit, and it's more like a rerun of the 2016 referendum than a general election. Most parties are promising that if you vote for them, we'll either leave or remain in the EU. It is a bitter fight to the death, and one political tribe isn't going to make it. That's London Calling for today. This is Simon Bates for CBS News in London.